By the end of this video, you guys are going to know exactly what it takes to become a full-time day trader in 2025, starting as a complete beginner. This video is going to drop a crazy amount of game on you guys, and honestly, this is literally what most courses are going to teach you and what most people are charging thousands of dollars for. So let's get into it, and I'm going to start you guys off from the very beginning of what day trading even is. I'm going to be going over how to read charts, what you guys are looking for on the charts, how to actually find the confluences for why price moves in the direction that it wants to, and then also how to build a strategy off of those confluences that I teach you within this video so that you guys can finally start taking profitable trades, because that's everybody's goal at the end of the day, to actually make money from the markets. But before we get into all of that, who the fuck am I? Why am I able to be your guys' teacher? Well, my name is TJR. I've been trading for 5 years now, and I've been able to literally build my life of financial freedom off of just day trading alone, okay? I'm able to afford this house in Puerto Rico where I'm living tax-free. If you guys don't know, Puerto Rico is a tax haven. On top of that, I have a $10,000 a month apartment in Miami where I have my Mansory Cullinan, and out here, I have a Brabus GLE. And on top of that, I'm able to buy really fancy watches, really nice chains, and not only that, bless the people within my circle. I've given out literally more watches than I bought for myself. You guys get the point. I've been able to build my dream life off of day trading, and over the past 2 years, I've been able to consistently make 6 figures a month from trading alone. And on top of that, since gaining financial freedom for myself, that's when I came onto social media, started posting YouTube videos, started posting TikToks, started posting Instagram Reels, and got to know you guys better, my people, okay? And my goal is to help you guys get to that same level of financial freedom that I was able to achieve with trading back when I was freaking broke. And I'm making this video for you guys so that you guys can set yourself up to be financially free, to be able to set your family free, and to be able to live on your own terms, okay? And trust me, not too long ago, I was in your guys' position. Just a few years ago, I was in the lowest point of my life. I was severely depressed. I was smoking weed all day. I was drinking a lot, and to be completely fair, I had an addiction to both alcohol and to weed, and I was in severe debt. I was in $2,000 worth of debt, and I had to climb myself out of that hole. Things got to a point where it was either, okay, I need to turn my life around, or this is how my life is going to be for the rest of my life. I was in $2,000 worth of debt, and I had to change this instantly. So what did I do? I got my ass up and I started door dashing, okay? Because I had to pay off this debt literally right now. I was getting texts from my parents who, one, weren't even going to bail me out, but were really pissed off with the life decisions that I was making on a daily basis, saying, hey, the bank is going to keep charging you fees until you actually clear this debt from your bank account. So what did I do? I started door dashing literally like 24 hours a day. Every single day that I could, I was looking up all the different hacks on DoorDash, like, oh, what certain dollar amount of drives should I do, and what certain miles do I decline, and how can I make the most amount of money possible? And on top of that, I was rewiring my brain, okay? I was listening to the audiobooks of Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, okay? Literally every single business podcast you could think of, every single business book that you could think of, I wanted to turn my life around. And during this time, I was also trying to become a profitable trader. I had been trading for the past like year and like 8 months at this point, but my biggest problem was that I wasn't fully committed to it. As you guys know, I was drinking, I was smoking, I was making all the wrong decisions within my life. And right then and there, when I had hit rock bottom, when I had negative $2,000 in my bank account, when I was door dashing, literally stealing people's orders just so I could eat that night because I had $0 in my bank account, that is when I decided I have to change my life for the better. And that is when I decided to take my leap of faith with day trading and go all in. Since hitting that point, my life has been on a continuous uptrend, and I have never looked back. Crazy thing is, I feel like a lot of people don't believe in themselves enough that they are able to actually do what I was able to do when I was literally in the same exact position, if not a worse position than you guys are in right now with your lives. Most of you guys are not in debt. I mean, some of you guys might be in debt, but hey, I was in your exact same position. And for you guys to think that you aren't able to change your life like I was able to, it's ridiculous. I see 10x the amount of potential in every single one of you guys. Why? Because I know what I had to do to be able to make it out of my position, to be able to get to where I'm at today. And for you guys to think, no, there's no way I can be like him, or oh no, there's no way I can turn into a professional day trader. The odds just just aren't in my favor. Well, guess what? There's a reason why they call the 1% the 1%, because the 1% of people that make the majority of money in the entire world, they are willing to do what 99% of people aren't willing to do. So again, you guys have to think about yourself. Are you willing to take that leap of faith? Are you guys willing to do the work that is required that 99% of people aren't willing to do to change your life for the better? Me personally, I was willing to do that, and I hope you guys are willing to do that as well. That's why I came onto social media in the first place. After having been able to find financial freedom for myself, I thought, why can't I share this with the freaking world? So that's what I'm here to do with you guys today, and that's what my mission has been since starting social media in the first place. It's literally been to transfer my skill of day trading that helped me gain financial freedom for myself after me hitting rock bottom and give it to every single one of you guys. But again, takes a lot of hard work. And just to show you guys how committed I was to this was my notebook from 2019, right before I turned into a profitable trader and right before I was actually able to change my life for the better. And I wrote down my affirmations in the very back of this, and you guys can see for yourself, I will make $1 million in a year. I also said, I will be financially free. I will own a Lamborghini. I know that sounds freaking crazy and sounds stupid and sounds corny when you're writing it right now, and I hope you guys make a notebook like this for yourselves after watching this video so that you guys can look back and just like how I was able to find this in my old childhood home, and to be able to look back in this and literally crying tears of joy thinking about how shitty of a position that I was in when I was writing this and was able to turn my life around for the better and living the life that I'm living now. I said, I will be mentally and physically healthy. I will travel frequently. I will enjoy my life because that is what we are here to do. I will continue to level up my mindset. I will make $10,000 a month by April. I'm not gonna lie, I never ended up hitting that, but I did eventually end up making $10,000 a month. I didn't make it by April, unfortunately. I will follow my trading plan. I will follow my schedule. I will log my trades. I am successful. I will invest money into crypto. I am successful in the markets. I make money in the markets. Keep in mind, I was writing all of these things down when I was broke and I was unsuccessful within the markets. If this doesn't show you guys what you guys are capable of doing on your own, I don't know how else I can convince you to do that. But with that being said, today is when you guys start your journey, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do it. Now, if you guys actually want to become a profitable trader, this right here is going to be your bread and freaking butter, okay? If you guys don't know what this platform is, it's called TradingView. I'm not going to bore you guys with figuring out, hey, this is how you set up your TradingView, this is how you set up brokerage, this is how you set up all the different tools, okay? If you guys want to do that, I have another video on that you guys can go and watch, but this video is going to show you guys how to actually make money from the fucking markets, okay? And that's going to be pressing the buy button, pressing the sell button, setting stop losses, setting take profits so that you guys are actually able to make money. And on top of that, understanding why price moves in the way that it does in the first place. So with that being said, let's get into this. Confluence number one, liquidity. Liquidity is by far the most important confluence that you guys are going to learn within day trading, and especially if you guys are learning how to day trade from me. Liquidity essentially is just highs and lows within the market. Now I'm going to explain why liquidity is so important and why liquidity allows the market to move the way that it does. And we're going to show examples of this on the chart. So the first thing that I want you guys to understand, uptrends and downtrends. If you guys have watched any basic beginner day trading video, you guys know uptrends move in higher highs and higher lows. Downtrends move in lower highs and lower lows. So what do we have right here? We have a beautiful uptrend. We have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, and then we have a high, okay? Higher highs and higher lows. Now, downtrends, we have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. Now, liquidity lies above highs within the market and below lows within the market. Before we even go even deeper into that, what consists of a high and a low within the market? Well, a high is a 2 candlestick pattern, a move up, boom, and then a move down, okay? So we're looking for a green candle, then a red candle. And in my chart's case, we're looking for a blue candle and then a black candle, okay? Sorry, that was rude. But for real though. And then for lows, we are looking for a black candle, then a blue candle. Within the highs, we are taking the highest point of those 2 candlesticks. Within the lows, we're looking at the lowest point of those 2 candlesticks, okay? Now that we know that liquidity lies above highs and below lows, we also know how to identify liquidity. How does liquidity actually move the market? So, with the same thought process of how uptrends move, retail traders, which is what you guys are currently right now, but the goal is to change that. Keep in mind, the market is like a casino, okay? You guys get in there and you spin the wheel and you guys gamble. What do we know about casinos? The house always wins. The same thing is within the market. Retail traders are always going to be net negative and the market is always going to win. And the only way for us to win as traders is to trade with the market. It makes sense, right? We're going to want to trade in the same direction that the market's going to go. However, it's not as easy as that, okay? And this is where liquidity comes into play, okay? We are using the market's concepts and confluences to our advantage to be able to anticipate where the market is going to move price. And it starts with liquidity. Now that we know that liquidity lies above highs and lows within the market, we will frequently see moves like this happen when we're in a typical uptrend where we're moving in higher highs and higher lows. And the next thing you know, you see, boom, a quick leg up and then, oh, price ends up reversing. You will also see this frequently happen within downtrends. We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, then a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then boom, we end up reversing. Why does this happen? Due to liquidity. Okay, and why is the market able to do this? Well, retail traders, just like I mentioned, you guys, whenever we see a high within an uptrend get pushed above, what is happening? Retail traders are going to be pressing buy when this happens. So there's a significant amount of buy orders that end up getting filled when price pushes above highs within uptrends. On top of that, we need to be thinking about everybody within the market. So what's happening on this little move down? Well, because the market's a 50-50 game, you can buy or you can sell. There's going to be some people who are going to be pressing sell during this. And when they're pressing sell, what are they doing? They're going to be putting their stop loss above this high. So they're pressing sell and they're putting their stop loss above this high because they're saying, oh yeah, price is going to go down, and their trade idea will get invalidated if the uptrend continues, right? So not only do we have people buying when price pushes above this high to be able to continue with the uptrend, we also have people who are selling who will have to buy back their positions for a higher price, in turn losing the trade if price pushes above these highs. So now we have two forms of buy orders that are resting above highs. See where we're getting at? Liquidity or resting orders lies above highs within the market. Now the same thing applies to lows within the market, okay? So what's resting underneath lows? Well, when people see, oh, we're in a downtrend, when we push past this low, what are people going to do? They're going to press sell. So when we push past this low, people are going to be entering short into the market. On top of that, on the contrary, when we make this little move up, again, because you can go 50-50 within this marketplace, there are going to be some people who are going to try and buy on this move up. And where are they going to be looking to exit if their trade idea is incorrect? Underneath these lows. So we have two sets or two different types of retail traders that have sell limits and sell stops underneath these lows within the market, okay? Resting orders, resting sell limits underneath lows. And that is what liquidity is. Now you're probably saying, TJR, cut to the chase. You just told us how all of us are going to lose money from the market and the market's going to make money forever from us, right? Right. But we can trade in the same direction of the market and we can use this to our advantage. So now that we know that there's a lot of resting buy positions above highs and there's a lot of resting sell positions underneath lows, we are able to anticipate a market trend reversal at highs and at lows. Why? Because that is where the market is going to be able to fill a substantial amount of buy orders and sell orders. If we think back to our basic economics class in high school, and we talk about a stock exchange, when I want to buy one share of Apple, somebody has to be willing to sell a share of Apple to me, okay? Nowadays, with all the tech and all the exchanges and all the brokerages, it's a lot more digitalized, but it's the same, it still applies. Okay, so if we think the market's algorithm, the hedge funds, the people that are running the house, this casino, those people are going to be spamming and wanting the best position possible for their sell positions and for their buy position, because they're greedy motherfuckers. And guess what? They're going to use you to get the best position for their trades. How are they going to use you? They are going to push price above a high so that every single retail trader spams the buy button. And then what does that give them the opportunity to do? Fill their sell orders at a very good price while also not immediately tanking the price, because if we were just within a regular uptrend and they started entering their sell positions right here, it would go sell position gets filled and then price moves down. Sell position gets filled, price moves down. Sell position gets filled. Why? Because there won't be enough people that are willing to buy or exchange those shares with them at the current price. But where are a significant amount of traders willing to do that exchange with them? Above highs and below lows. You see where we're going with this now? Yeah, I'm putting you guys on game, okay? So now that we know resting orders lies above highs and below lows within the market, let me do this downtrend example really quick. I'm going to show you guys it on the chart. And this is step number one. Now, keep in mind, there's a reason why uptrends move in higher highs and higher lows, and downtrends move in lower highs and lower lows. It doesn't mean right when price pushes above a high, you guys just press sell because you're like, you guys are fucked. The market's gonna cook you. I'm trading with the... No, bro. There's a lot of other confluences that we're going to get into in this video, okay? So hold your horses for now, Bethany, okay? That sounds like a horse girl name. All right, so same thing within a downtrend. We know that there's going to be a substantial amount of sell orders that have the potential to get filled underneath these lows. So what does that give the market makers? The opportunity. Again, keep in mind, they just have the opportunity to do it. It doesn't mean that they're going to do it every time, but it gives them the opportunity to fill a substantial amount of buy orders underneath lows to what? Push price in the direction that they want it to go. So now let me show you guys examples of this on the chart. Let's show you guys a super clean example, and then I'll start breaking down how we can see a little bit more rough examples. So right here is a super good example. What do we have right here? A low within the market, okay? We see price move down, then move up. We find the lowest point of those two candles. What did we see the market do? Boom, we come down. Look at that tiny little wick. Boom, we come down, we sweep out that liquidity, and then what do we cause price to do? Bull run, bitches. Okay, and the awesome thing about all of these confluences that I'm going to teach you guys in this video, they are applicable on every single time frame. So right now I'm on the 4-hour time frame. You can see liquidity sweeps on the 1-minute time frame, on the 15-second time frame, on the daily time frame. Matter of fact, I can show you a liquidity sweep on the monthly time frame. Want to see something cool? Look at that. Monthly time frame. Boom, big sell-off, sweep of monthly liquidity, giving the market makers the best and juiciest prices on their glorious NASDAQ 100. Look at this one right here. Boom, monthly sell-off. What are we doing? We're taking out lows within the market just to what? Fill all of their glorious buy positions, okay? So now that we understand liquidity and how to identify it within the market and where price has the potential to fill and seek out those orders, now we need to go into a couple of our other confluences. Let's talk about imbalances within the market. So the first one that I wanted to cover was liquidity, because price does two things. It is always going to seek out liquidity to sweep it and or to fill imbalances. Price is always seeking out liquidity to sweep it or to fill and balance out price action. And imbalances are what we're going to learn next. So what are imbalances? I can't type, but I can trade. I know you're not supposed to use the word in the definition, but in this case, it kind of makes sense. So imbalances are what? Imbalanced price action where there is a lack of orders. So liquidity is where there's a surplus of orders that have the potential to be filled, and imbalances are where there is a lack of orders, okay? So let's show examples of this. Imbalances, also known as fair value gaps. You guys will hear me interchangeably use these words, okay? Fair value gap, imbalances, they are the same thing. An imbalance or a fair value gap is a 3 candlestick pattern, all right? We have the first candle. What do we see? This candle opens right here. Again, if you guys don't know candlestick anatomy, come on, man. Let's freshen up on that. Candlestick anatomy, we open right here. At one point in time, price pushed down here with sell orders, and then at one point in time, price pushed up here with buy orders, and then sell orders ended up pushing price down for price to close right here. The next candlestick opens, and then boom, we see a big move up, okay? The next candlestick opens, we see buy orders were able to push price up here at one point in time, and then also during that same time frame, price was able to push down here. So we know sell orders were able to push price down here at one point in time, and then buy orders bought it back up for price to be able to close right here. So why is this a bullish or a buy fair value gap? Because especially if we are within an uptrend and we make one of these, what is lacking within here? We know that price pushed up here. We had buy orders all the way up to here, right? But then sell orders push price down. But then what do we see with this candlestick? Boom, it moves swiftly through this area. And then what do we see with the following candlestick? We see sell orders push price down, but just to right here. So we know that on this candlestick, sell orders were only able to push price to down here. And then on top of that, on this candlestick, sell orders were only able to defend it to up to here. And we know that there was a significant amount of buy orders that were able to get filled within here because of this candlestick going up. So what is there a lack of within this price range? There's a lack of sell orders. What does that give the market the opportunity to, what does that give the market the opportunity to do? If price revisits this price range, this imbalance, balance out price action, and then we see buy orders coming out of that, and because we know that there's a lack of sell orders, what is that likely going to cause price to do? Just like how I showed you guys with liquidity, where if we're in an uptrend and they want to cause price to reverse, they can't just enter into sell positions right here because then boom, the market's going to move down. The market's going to react to it because there's a lack of buy orders going against them. Well, that's why fair value gaps work in our favor, because just like how if we fill buy positions where there's a lack of sell orders, nothing is going to stop price from moving up. See where we're going with this? Okay, now same thing to the downside. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys examples of this on the chart. And don't worry, I'm going to show you guys how you guys can put all of these confluences together to actually make a working strategy that works really well for yourself. Okay, so we have this candlestick right here. What do we see? We see price boom, sell orders push it down, and then what happens? We see buy orders push price up for this candle to close right here. Then what do we see? Boom, a flood of sell orders to the downside. Following that, we see a new candlestick form, and then what do we see? We see price at one point in time had buy orders to push it up to here, and then boom, price ended up closing down here, sell orders pushed it down here. What is there a lack of inside of this price range? There's a lack of buy orders. So not only is price going to want to fill in this imbalance and balance out price action, if it is able to fill sell orders, and if they want to fill sell orders and we see sell orders get filled through candle closes to the downside, we know since there's a lack of buy orders, price is likely going to move down and continue the trend. Okay, I like to call this a continuation confluence, and I like to call liquidity sweeps reversal confluences, because liquidity sweeps are the things that cause the reversals, and imbalances are what show us continuation of bullish or bearish order flow. Now let's show examples of this on the chart. Again, these can show up and happen on every single time frame. Now, before you guys get ahead of yourselves, I don't want you guys marking out every single imbalance and fair value gap that you see on the chart and just immediately pressing buy or immediately pressing sell. That's not what we're going to do. That's not how you guys are going to turn into profitable day traders, okay? We need to use all of the confluences that I teach you guys on this video in unison at the right times and in the right places to become a profitable day trader. Okay, and I'll show you guys a banger trade that I was able to catch today using this exact strategy to make me literally $56,000, and there's a trade recap on that. So let's look at imbalances within the market. There's a perfect example of one right here. First of all, what trend are we in? We're in a downtrend. We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, then a lower low, then we are forming a lower high. And where did we go to seek out to find sell orders to be able to fill and balance out price action? This daily bearish fair value gap, okay? And this is actually exactly where I took my trade off of today. So we can see price pushes up, it balances out price action, and then what do we see following that? Boom, price ends up pushing down. Okay, let's show you guys other examples of this on lower time frames. Ooh, look at this one. On the 5-minute time frame, what did I tell you guys? Price is fractal. These confluences show up on every single time frame. We literally have both of the confluences that we talked about. We see a liquidity sweep. What were we in before? An uptrend, higher highs and higher lows. Then what do we see? Boom, price pushes above that high. And then I'm going to introduce break of structure next, so don't worry about that just yet. We see a break of structure to the downside after a liquidity sweep, signaling that we have broken bullish order flow. Then what are we looking for? We're looking for a continuation confluence to show us that price is going to move down. What's our continuation confluence? Imbalances. Where do we have an imbalance? Right here. What does price do? It fills that imbalance. It fills sell orders, and then it goes to the downside. So now that we know how to identify liquidity sweeps, now that we know how to identify imbalances within the market, let's talk about break of structure. And then I'm going to teach you guys when and where to apply these, because there are certain times that market moves more efficiently than others. Okay, so I don't want you guys I'm just gonna log on for the day and just pop in a couple trades. And no. We have to be locked in. Remember when I said that you guys have to be on top of your game for this, you guys have to be fully committed. That is 100% true. We have specific times that we are supposed to trade. There are specific trading sessions within the markets that I'm going to show you guys when it is most optimal to trade and when to start looking for these confluences so that you guys can actually start taking profitable trades. So make sure you guys stay for that. Now, break of structure. This is a confirmation confluence. So liquidity sweeps are a reversal confluence. Imbalances are continuation confluences. Now, break of structure is a confirmation confluence. We can shorten it to BOS. Okay, BOS shows when bullish/bearish, and that means up or down trends. Order flow, that's a fancy word that I like using because I am smart. Bullish or bearish order flow is broken, hence the name, break of structure. So, what do we need to know to be able to identify break of structure? Well, I just told you guys about structure, uptrends and downtrends. How do we identify those structures being broken? Well, remember, let's think about how uptrends and downtrends move. Uptrends move in higher highs and higher lows. Downtrends move in lower highs and lower lows. How do we break structure on these trends? Well, it should be pretty simple to you guys. In uptrends, we break structure by closing underneath lows. And in downtrends, we break structure by closing above highs. And remember, I mentioned to you guys in the past that how do we identify highs and lows within the market? It's a 2-candlestick pattern. A low consists of a move down, then a move up, and we find the lowest point of those 2 candles. A high consists of a move up, then a move down. We find the highest point of those 2 candles. So in a downtrend, we are looking for candle closures above highs. And in a uptrend, we are looking for candle closures below lows to signal what? A break of structure. Let's go show it on the charts. Now, again, just like with all of our other confluences, we can't just grab these and be like, price broke structure, boom, sell. No, you are part of the 99%. Okay, let me take these off. I'm not smart anymore. We have to use these in the right time, in the right place, in the right order in order to become a profitable day trader. So let's look at this example that I just showed you guys. Okay, how do we know that we're within an uptrend? Well, if we just look, what is happening? We're making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so let's just start down here. We have a low right here. We have a move down, then a move up. This is the low. Okay, then we have a move up, then a move down. This is the high. Then we have a move down, then a move up. Now this is a higher low. And then what do we get? Boom, a significant move up. Move up, then a move down. Now this is the higher high. Move down, then a move up. Now, oh, would you look at that? This is the low. Oh. What has happened? Did we get a candle closure underneath a low within an uptrend? That must be signaling that what? We broke structure, we broke bullish order flow? Oh, baby. Price ends up moving down. Let's show a break of structure to the upside. I've already seen a couple, but I want to find a sexy looking one. Right here. Okay. What do we see? Price is in a downtrend. How? We can literally just look at price. How do we know price is in a downtrend? Well, TJR, it's moving down, buddy. Aren't you a genius? Put your glasses back on, okay? We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low, we have a lower high, we have a lower low. And then, oh, what are we doing? When we're in a downtrend, we're monitoring highs. Again, keep in mind at the right time, in the right place, with the right confluences. But this is just to show you guys and how to identify these on the chart, okay? Boom, we have a high. What happens? Oh, we get a candle closure above it. Oh, TJR, it moved down. But what did it not do? We broke bearish order flow. And then what happened after that? We make a higher low than the previous low right here. And then what do we do? We start forming bullish order flow. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now we're talking, baby. Now that we know how to identify liquidity sweeps, now that we know how to identify breakup structure, now that we know how to identify fair value gaps, let's talk about the best times to trade. Now, me personally, I trade the S&P 500 and I trade NASDAQ. I know there's a lot of Forex traders that watch me. You guys can plain and simple just apply this same exact strategy to your own session that you guys trade. Me personally, I trade New York session, which opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It just works best with my schedule. I know a lot of you guys are kind of on your guys' own schedules. So whether you guys want to trade New York session, London session, which I believe is from 3 a.m. Eastern time all the way to 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is when New York pre-market opens. Or if you guys want to trade Asian session, I highly recommend against you guys trading Asian session, okay? For multiple reasons. It's a super low volatility session, and most of the time it's literally just accumulation. So it's just going to be going up and down, but not in a good way. It isn't forming clean trends, and the market isn't going to be moving efficiently. The market moves really efficiently on market opens, and that's exactly what I'm going to tell you guys right now. So when should we be trading? I told you guys I'm going to put you guys on the fucking game today. When should we be trading? When to trade. I'll keep this freaking easy, okay? New York, okay? 9:30 is when it, come on, bro. 9:30 is when it opens. London, 3 a.m. Eastern time is when it opens, okay? These are going to be the best times for you guys to trade. Okay, and I'm not talking right when 9:30 hits, place a trade. No, this is the best time for you guys to get onto the charts and start actively looking for, boom, the strategy that I'm about to break down for you guys right now in this instant. And that is, oh yeah, guys, we're bringing out the strategy now. Day trading strategy. We are looking for, yeah, that's right. We're only using 3 confluences, and this will be bread and butter, and it will work so freaking well for you guys. I promise. Okay? I'm not a financial advisor, though. I'm just a dumbass, but a rich dumbass. Okay? Day trading strategy. We are looking for high time frame liquidity to be swept. How do we identify liquidity? Within highs and lows within the market. Where are we looking for it? High time frame. When are we looking for it? At either of these session opens. Following that, what are we looking for? Low time frame break of structure. Why? Because if we see that liquidity has been swept when new money is coming into the market at New York market open or at London session open, we can see liquidity has been swept. New money is coming into the market. New traders are coming into the market. So what are they going to want to do? The house wants to win. They are going to want to get the new traders, the new retail traders. Yeah, I can't wait to make money day trading. Psych, idiot, we're going to rinse you. And we're going to make money with the people that are rinsing the idiots. Okay? Session opens. What is the market maker's plan? Get everybody going in the wrong direction. Price is going to manipulate, which is through liquidity sweep. Then from there, how do we identify the liquidity sweep? With our confirmation confluence via break of structure. Then we're not entering just yet because we want to see continuation of the new either bearish or bullish structure. Wow, aneurysm. Either new bearish or bullish structure that we have seen formed that we have just broken. So how do we see that? Through our continuation confluence. Our lower time frame imbalance getting filled, and then price rejecting, balancing out that price action and pushing it in the direction that we want price to go to. Then what do we do? Buy that shit! Not financial advice. Like, I'm spamming that damn button, bruh. Okay, we're buying that bitch. Buy that bitch. Okay, we're buying that shit. That's what we're doing. Okay, now let's put it on the charts. I just showed you guys a perfect example of this from today. Okay, so first thing that we want to do, mark out market open. When does market open? At 9:30. Oh my, just, are you guys seeing this? High time frame liquidity, where does it lie? Above highs and below lows. We mark out our highs on the higher time frame. We have a high right here, a high right here, some highs right here. Then we also have lows right here. Lows right here. Big daddy low right here. Big daddy low right here. Then, what do? We wait for it to get swept. Oh my God. Who else just loves this shit? Market opens at 9:30. What do we immediately see price do? It pushes out. It takes out this draw on liquidity, this draw on liquidity, and this draw on liquidity. Then what does it do? Step number 2 in our list of things to do to make money like a jumping jack. I might get banned if I say that. What do we see? Break of structure. Price breaks structure to the downside. We get a bit of a retrace here, but that's okay. Because what do we see following that? We're not entering, because do we see a fair value gap in here? Do we see an imbalance? No, not yet. So what do? We stay patient. And also, market hasn't even opened yet. Boom, market opens. Mink work. Oh yeah, hello new traders. Welcome to 2025. Give me your money. Boom, price shits the bed, breaks structure to the downside, and then what does price come up and do? Fills in this imbalance. Boom, I'm entering on this freaking candlestick with my stop loss above these highs where the liquidity sweep was. And where are my targets going to be? All previous forms of our draws on liquidity that were to the downside. Oh, yeah. You feel it pulsing? Do you feel it pulsing? Because I do. Look at that, man. It's beautiful. That's how it's freaking done. We see high time frame liquidity sweep. We see break of structure. We see continuation confluence via imbalance get filled. And then we see price, like it literally goes top down. Reversal confluence via liquidity being swept. The opportunity to see massive amounts of orders being filled. How do we know that massive amount of orders are going to be filled? Via our confirmation confluence, which what? Shows us when structure breaks to the downside or in some cases to the upside. If and when price breaks structure saying, hey, orders probably were filled off of that draw on liquidity, price is actually going to reverse, we wait, and then we make sure that price actually is reversing by waiting for our glorious imbalance to be filled and to show us that it got filled through either buy orders or sell orders in our direction, then what are we doing? Buy that shit! And it's bankroll season, brethren. Now, what I just showed you guys, the strategy, the confluences, and all of that, that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's like literally 2% of my brain, of my trading knowledge. If I could sit down and talk to you guys about trading for 2 years straight without even breathing, I would be able to do it because of how much knowledge I have on trading. And trust me, it gets far more advanced than just waiting for that 930 open and looking for a liquidity sweep, break of structure, and fair value gap. However, that is a very good strategy. But if you guys actually want to go all in, take that leap of faith with trading, you guys are going to need to put in a lot more work than that. You guys are going to need to understand how to use risk management. You guys are going to need to understand how to train your brain so that you guys have good psychology because of how we as humans are programmed to be so connected to money. And unfortunately, within trading, we are literally dealing with money, whether you guys win or whether you guys lose, and that can cause literally 90% of traders to fail within the market. So if you guys are truly trying to take your guys' trading to the next level in 2025, to be able to become financially free, to be able to actually become a full-time trader in 2025, I have built you guys a day trading blueprint. When you guys join the day trading blueprint, you guys aren't just getting tools and freaking lessons like pre-recorded videos, okay? You guys are getting a full-time support system, okay? Not only am I going to give you guys a complete brain dump of every single thing that I know about trading to give to you guys are getting community, you guys are getting staff, you guys are getting coaching calls to help you guys bring your trading to the next level. If you guys decide to take the leap of faith with me as your guys' mentor, I'm going to give you guys 15 plus hours worth of comprehensive video content so that you guys can actually take your trading to the next level, going over psychology, going over risk management, how to even set up your trading view, how to get connected to a brokerage, how to choose the right prop firm to go with. And on top of that, way more confluences to help you guys read price action, when exactly you guys are supposed to trade, when you guys aren't supposed to trade, how to read news data, setting you guys up with tools such as news data calendars that help you guys predict what the news is going to be. All of that is included within the day trading blueprint. So whether you guys are a complete beginner and on absolutely square one, I teach you guys how to become a full-time trader from square one all the way to 100%. And on top of that, if you guys are already advanced, if you guys have already been learning from me for like the past 2 years that I've been on social media, this is also going to be beneficial for you because I'm going to be giving you guys shit, like literally 10 plus hours of advanced trading content that I have never posted on social media before in my entire life. And I probably will never post on social media ever because it just plain and simple is too advanced. I'm going to get way too many questions for it, but that's the beauty of the day trading blueprint. I'm only going to give these systems and these lessons to the people that I know are going to take the leap of faith with their trading career, who are actually ready to learn these lessons and actually ready to progress within their trading. On top of that, you guys are going to get 5 weekly coaching calls. So not only are we going to break down exactly how to start trading from 1 to 100, you guys are going to get 5 weekly coaching calls every single week from myself and other profitable coaches teaching you guys and correcting you guys on certain confluences, because obviously once you guys learn these confluences, especially after watching this video, you guys probably have questions on liquidity sweeps. You guys probably have questions on break of structure. You guys probably have questions on imbalances. That's what the coaching calls are for, okay? You guys are going to be able to get in there, ask myself and other profitable day traders how you can refine these confluences, how you guys can refine your strategies, what you guys are doing incorrectly within your own trading. You guys can send your own trades in for review from our profitable coaches so that you can continue to progress within your day trading career. You guys are also going to be put into skill tiered trading groups so that you guys can be around like-minded individuals. So if you guys are absolute beginner traders, don't worry, you guys aren't going to be put in a group with a bunch of advanced traders that are talking about SMT divergence on this thing, okay, like bearish and bullish order flow, okay? You guys aren't going to be drowned out by all of that noise, and also you guys aren't going to be neglected, okay? There is going to be specific coaches for every single skill level trader. So if you guys are absolute beginner, don't worry, we got your freaking back. If you guys are intermediate, if you guys are just at that break even stage, if you guys are just trying to get your first payout from a funded account, don't worry, we have your freaking back. On top of that, if you guys are advanced traders, I have literally somebody that was able to just turn profitable from trading alone and is making a significant amount of money, literally 6 figures a year. That was even closer than I am to you. He just turned profitable and is now making 6 figures a year from trading, and he was able to do this within the past 8 months, and he is going to be there to be able to guide you. And don't worry, I'm going to be there as well, but I'm just letting you guys know we have your freaking backs, okay? And you guys are going to be amongst like-minded traders. I know for a fact that when I was trying to get out of the horrible situation that I was in, I was surrounded by bad friends. Not that they were bad, like they were my freaking boys, but their headspace wasn't in line with where I wanted to go with life. And I'm assuming that's the same exact situation that you're in right now. You know that you're built for a better life. In order to do that, you need to start networking, okay? Your network is your net worth. And how are you guys able to do that if you guys are just stuck in like some bum ass city? And again, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but we have to look at the reality. If you guys are in high school, if you guys are in college, all of your friends are going to be pushing the wrong things on you. They're going to be pushing you guys to drink. They're going to be pushing you guys to do drugs. And on top of that, you guys are going to be in school. They're going to be talking about the next sports game that they're going to be playing. They're going to be talking about the next parlay that they're about to hit. You do not want to be around that type of stuff. You do not need that clouding up your mental judgment. So instead, what we decide to give to you guys so you guys can take yourself out from that world and put you guys into a community with actual like-minded traders, we are putting you guys into the Discord and giving you guys lifetime access to a community where you guys will be around like-minded traders who are all taking this leap of faith with you. Now, something that I want you guys to keep in mind, this program isn't going to be for everybody. If you guys are just some lazy people that just saw this video and they're like, yeah, I just want to take a kick at it, okay? If you guys were like me back in the day where I was smoking weed, where I was drinking alcohol, and I was in debt, and I, at that point in time, was not necessarily willing to take that leap of faith yet, if that's you, I do not want you there, okay? But if you guys were where I was at rock bottom and decided to turn my life around, where I started DoorDashing, where I started listening to business podcasts, where I started listening to audiobooks on how to make more money, and when I finally decided to turn my life around, if that's you, then click the link down in the description so that you guys can sign up. And again, before you guys are even able to get in there, this isn't just a click the freaking link and then boom, you're in there. No, we're going to be super selective with the people that we bring in, okay? Because you guys aren't just going to be able to click the link and then boom, poof, you're in the group. No, we need to vet you guys, okay? So you guys are going to get a serious list of questions that are going to identify, first of all, what type of skill level you guys are at within trading. And then on top of that, if we can qualify you guys within all of those questions, then you guys will be led into a call with one of my team members. And from there, my team member is personally going to interview you to see if this is going to be a good fit for you guys to excel your trading. And again, if you guys get on there and if my team members see that you guys are just bullshitting and you guys don't really care about this process and you guys are just trying to get rich quick, because that's not what trading is about whatsoever, then you guys will not be allowed into the group and you guys can get lost. Most day trading education programs are mainly just built to teach you guys how to read charts, similar to like what I did with this video today. However, within the Day Trading Blueprint, it is so much more than that. I'm going to teach you guys how to build your mental discipline, how to build your psychology, how to actually have a proper risk management plan that is built around your own trading strategy, your own win rate, and your own risk reward, so you guys can optimize your risk management to your strategy so that you guys can get exponential growth on your guys' profits. And again, like I mentioned, all these other day trading education programs or courses, okay, they're just a bunch of pre-recorded videos that are just, that literally just YouTube videos, okay? You sit down and you're like, man, I can't wait to succeed in day trading. And then you get there and you're like, well, damn, bro, what the fuck did I pay for? I don't have coaches, I don't have mentors, and I don't have a community. That is not what I'm about to do to you guys. We are going to give you guys every single thing that you need to succeed. And then on top of that, once you guys get all that and retain all that information, you guys get the coaching calls as well. Okay, so you guys are going to be able to go through all the education, retain the information. Once you guys have that, once you guys have taken notes on it, then you guys get into the coaching calls, and then we fix all of the problems that you guys are facing from the education that you guys watch. Because I can guarantee you guys, if you have gone through other courses in the past, you guys have watched them, and then you're like, damn, I got a question on this. Damn, I got a question on this. Damn, I got a question on this. And you can't even ask your mentor. Meanwhile, you're on their YouTube video saying, hey, can you please help me with this? Hey, can you please help me with that? They're nowhere to be found. That is not what I'm going to do to you guys, okay? We're going to give you guys all the education that you guys need, and then from there, once you guys have that education, you guys are going to be able to get onto the coaching calls so that we can solve every single one of those problems that you guys have. And look, okay, fine, if you guys aren't convinced, that's fine by me, but just look what these students have been able to do in such a short span of time. Run it.
So, quick little testimonial. Massively recommend it. I've been trading for about 14 months, rinsed more funded accounts, and I think people's had hot dinners. And after completing the course, I am actually starting to see an improvement in my trading. What a screenshot of my demo stats, just the Boogie Money demo.
It's been the best investment of my life. It has boosted my trading knowledge, mentality, grit, discipline. It has boosted it all 10x.
But now that I have joined the mentorship, everything has been like so clear and so simplified, and I have met so many good people on there, so many people that want to work hard, so it made me work hard.
But
also,
for me, the game changer was the step-by-step layout that TGR gives you on his strat. He makes something like trading so simple, which is why I think the name Blueprint to Profitability is so fitting, because it literally is a step-by-step blueprint on how to enter, exit, and execute trades.
But yeah, trading's not just about the strategy. You learn about all the different factors that you need to actually perfect to hopefully start your journey of profitability. And I know I've only just been able to learn how to trade, or like learn an effective strategy, but you've got to work on your risk management every day. But
Now I'm focused on the right things. I'm not focused on, we gotta get rich quick. Nope. Just the process, follow the process.
But essentially, I can't sit here and say you've changed my life yet, and I really want to, right? But what I can say is that you've definitely made me a better person, right? The psychology that you've taught us goes far beyond trading, right? As well as the strategy that is currently working for me, right? In my eyes, I don't have a funded account. You never gave me one, and it's gonna stay like that until I can really grasp trading. Because essentially, I've learned a lot, and you're changing people's lives, bro.
I want you guys to keep in mind, these were real freaking people who decided to take that leap of faith just like you guys and have changed their future. Literally, we're on a dark, bad path, and we're able to completely shift that path in another direction to be able to take control of their life towards financial freedom. Just imagine being able to wake up without having to listen to a boss. You are your own boss. You can work when you want. You can travel how you want. And trust me, I have seen people that are in high school find success in this. I've seen people that are literally 50 plus years old. No disrespect to the old heads, but hey man, if you want to take control of your life, now's the freaking time. You might as well, because the clock's fucking ticking, buddy. I've seen so many people from various different walks of life be able to change their life for the better just by taking that chance and taking that leap of faith. You guys don't need a fancy ass finance degree. I fucking dropped out of college, okay? You guys don't need a shit ton of capital to start. All you guys need is the determination to be able to turn your life around for the better, the right coaching, and an open mind to be able to learn everything that you need to grab fucking life by your fucking bare hands to be able to turn your own life around. The truth is, making money online, it is not easy. You guys see these people on YouTube talking about, look at this new watch that I got, look at this new car that I got, and you think that it's easy, but that's not what trading is, okay? And that's not what making money online is. It's very, very difficult. But the awesome thing is it is possible, and that's all that you guys need. You guys have no idea the amount of potential that you guys have. I see insane amount of potential in every single one of you guys, just like how I saw potential in myself back in 2019 when I wrote all these goals down, when I had absolutely fucking nothing to my name, and I knew that I was able to succeed. I know that every single one of you guys is able to succeed, okay? And I'm putting my faith and my trust in you guys, and I'm saying that you guys are able to do this. Day trading was the best thing that could have ever happened to my life, and it changed my life for the better, and I want to do the same thing for you. If you guys are ready to take control of your fucking life, say fuck spending another year doing the same shit within the same crappy ass life, with no change whatsoever, and you guys actually want to pursue financial freedom and pursue and even have the slightest possibility of living a better life than you are living right now, trust me, you are in good fucking hands. Let's make 2025 the best fucking year of your life. Let's make it a year of change, and let's make it the year that you change your life for the better. And let me be your guide. Let me be your mentor. Okay? So if you guys want the chance to be one of my students, click the link in the description down below, and I promise you, I will not let you down. All right? I love you guys. Let's start 2025 off with a bang. I appreciate you guys. Peace the fuck